Hi, it's Mr. Koh here again, today to talk about male loneliness. Okay, you know, these days, there has been a rising number of female university graduates, a rising number of female university graduates. Okay, the increase of female graduates means more women are getting more education, more smarter. Yes, in the short term, it's a good thing, but in the long term, it's a it's a kind of a two-way street. Okay, it's a two-way street. It's a double-edged sword. First, it benefits the woman. Yes, it benefits the woman the most. However, it also gives them less time to, pursue their careers, including other stuff, their interests, their passion. They do not have time since the education system in this country is well known for not giving people time, to pursue their passion. You may make the argument that they may not have the passion, They may pursue the passion in school through CCAs. I tell you, the CCA system is even worse nowadays. It's even more broken than our actual, academic education system. You know, our CCA, our co-curricular activities, they are all broken. Nowadays, the CCAs are not serving their own interest into finding a student's interest, finding a woman's interest. No, you know they are just a platform to churn out more CCAs, for more, know you know ending up, where the girl, once she joins a CCA, then a boy, maybe a few boys maybe will chase after that girl. Then the girls will just friend zone a few boys, and maybe she will then, friend zone a few boys. The boys that have been friend zoned then will feel depressed, will fall into depression, you can say, you can ask the boy to suck it up and, hide his emotions after that. I tell you, if that was your boy, if you are in the boy's shoes, you have been pushed away by a girl, it can feel quite depressing by all means, you know. You can say people, boys nowadays cannot handle rejection. I tell you, even if the boy can handle rejection, he would still prefer to end his own life rather than, accept rejection as fact, you know. Yes, boys have been committing suicide. Suicide rate for males have increased due to this factor. They have been pushed away by girls, by society to ask them to suck it up, keep their emotions. You can accuse the boys of running away or trying to run away from the truth of being rejected or even by society. I tell you, rejection, by society, by girls, it's not a good thing. In the short term, yes, you may say it's a good thing, for the girls, this way the girls, can, reverse their situation, maybe in the past, yes, society, rejects, girls, in the past, maybe, yes, society ask girls to suck it up when it comes to violence against them. Now the roles are reversed. Nowadays, the roles are reversed. 360 reversal with no going back. I tell you, no going back, that doesn't mean it's a good thing. No, it means that things are starting to fail. Cracks are starting to show. Even if they may not show immediately, in your lifetime, it may show immediately, it may be shown like a uncovering of a role, it is very slow yet painful long journey of cracks showing up without you even knowing it. I can tell you nowadays roles are reversed, boys have been, rejected by girls, you know nowadays, and violence, on boys happen, they go unreported. I tell you, violence on boys go unreported. When the boys get rejected by the girls or by society, they also, are asked, are being asked to keep quiet, suck it up, and ignore, totally ignore, then the boys will just feel depressed. They'll think about the only outlet, the only way to run away from the fact of being rejected by society, by women, by girls, I'm not trying to blame girls or anything. I'm just trying to blame, nor I'm trying to blame society. I'm just trying to blame, the boys themselves for not, trying to deal with the truth, of being rejected by society. Yet I still empathize with them. Yes, I am empathizing with them because yes, I'm a boy too, so I can feel their emotions. I can step into their shoes more better than the society that keeps on, rejecting their emotions, all that. Of course, I tell you, violence on boys go unreported, girls reject them, friend zone them, play tricks on them like that. No, friend zoning a guy is considered mental bullying, Bullying doesn't have to be physical, it also can be mental, It's really upsetting. Rather than friend zone a guy, I would recommend to girls, to just not even talk to the guy in the first place. If you are not interested in a guy, just don't talk to the guy, It's it it's kind of a play safe way, just play safe, don't take risk, and at the end when you take risk it hurts someone else. When it hurts someone else, it's not you. Yes, it's not you, you're not going to feel it. You want to just ask the guy to suck it up and keep his feelings to himself. And the guy has no outlet to go rather than commit suicide. Yes, you can say there are outlets for guys, You know, I'm not trying to accuse this man in white party, you know, this Ministry of Education for not providing outlets for lonely men, men that have you know you know have suddenly fell of depression, fell into depression. I'm not accusing Ministry of Manpower or Social Development or any of those ministries that are in charge of such matters on family on family planning or what, or hosting all this blind dating, blind dating, government aided services. Now I know there are outlets, however, these outlets are just not enough. These outlets catering to male loneliness are all enough. Since for male, if you want to help the guy, you have to help the guy through practical means, not through, talking to the guy, through mental help. It's more physical help. More guys prefer physical help than mental help, which is not what these outlets are. These outlets towards handling male loneliness are built in a perspective of a woman, through a woman's lens on male loneliness, rather than being built. you know these outlets are not being built through a male lens on male loneliness. Rather, it is built on a female lens, through a female lens on male loneliness, which is not the best ideal way to see things through. You may say there is no difference. I tell you, there is difference between physical help and mental help. Mental help is just you talking and moving your house, moving your mouth, moving your health, away from problematic stuff. I tell you, moving your mouth to, moving your health towards a positive side is no point when it comes to physical health. Physical health is much more impactful. You can see it, you can feel it, you can know it. That's what guys want, what guys at least prefer. Even from my experience, I can tell you as a man, I can tell you as a guy, that most guys prefer physical help rather than mental help, rather than you just talking and talking and talking non-stop. And as a form of help. Okay, mental help is just not a very ideal way to see things through a female lens on male loneliness. you know at least more outlets should be provided through a male lens. Our current female lens, our current outlets, catered towards to, towards male loneliness through a female lens is not working. It's true, it's there, you can see it. Okay, so thank you for watching once again. Hope you subscribe subscribe, share, comment, view this video. Thank you for watching once again. Thank you.